Good morning. How are you? Good. Have a great day. Have you ever seen the inside of the little ranger cabin here at the trailhead of Longs Peak? It's not open very often, but it's open today. It's got some good exhibits in it. Historical exhibits about gear.
Rising 14,259 feet above sea level, these glacial basins and towering ridges conjure a stone fortress in the clouds. Visible from many of Colorado's Front Range cities, its diverse alpine terrain calls to mountaineers of all skills and abilities. After snows melt away in mid to late summer, the route can be
Got a pretty cool model.
climbing equipment via the Keyhole Route, named for its passage through the
You can ask a ranger some questions.
Yeah, I think it was further down than that. It floats around a lot, so they obviously like crush the branches and stuff.
Volunteer ranger giving some visitors some information. Pretty cool. That's the little ranger cabin there. When the ranger cabin is not open, they have this little kiosk here that does give you some information, and a lot of times they'll even display the weather forecast like that. And sometimes peak conditions. This one's from 8/24/2025, and today is August 29th or 30th, I think. Labor Day weekend. Well, hello, good morning. I'm just leaving the Longs Peak Trailhead here and hiking on the East Longs Peak Trail. I'm gonna head up the peak today. It's Labor Day weekend, so it's busy, lots of people around. We just had our first snowfall on Longs Peak last night and the night before. Yeah, but it's gorgeous out today, so you know, it's falling on relatively warm rock up there, so it's not gonna, I probably won't see much snow, but you never know. My goal today is to do a route called Skyscraper on the south face. It's one of the interesting variants of routes up on the upper mountain, and it goes at easy 5th class in a chimney from basically between the Notch Couloir and the Homestretch. There's an area in there that has some interesting routes, and one of them is called Skyscraper, and that's where we're headed today. So come with me, check it out. Let's hit the trail and see what we see today. Like I said, it's a busy weekend, so we'll see how many people we see and what's going on. See you up on the trail farther. I've just barely left the trailhead, and here I see some remnants of last night's snow and hailstorm, and the night before as well. So yeah, if I'm at this elevation, the lower elevation, and seeing it, we probably will see some on the upper mountain. Let's go check it out. The Goblin's Forest Campsite Junction, 1.2 miles up the East Longs Peak Trail. What a beautiful day so far. Let's keep going. This is the junction between the trail to Battle Mountain Campsite and the trail that continues toward Chasm Lake and Longs Peak. Going this way. Hi guys. Hi. How you doing? Good. People from all over up here today, speaking different languages, enjoying the beautiful views. It's wonderful.
What's here? YouTube?
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you want to go on it?
Just because I don't want to, we might not make it to the top. I want to see what.
Oh yeah, no worries. Check it out at Lisa's Adventure Channel on YouTube.
Type it in?
Yeah, I'll type it in, sure. Those people were so nice. They wanted to find out about my adventure channel so that they could go see what it's like to go to the summit, because they're not going to go to the summit today. They're hopefully going to go to Chasm Lake. So yeah, I typed it into his phone for him so he could check it out later. Here we have our hard-working trail crew making this beautiful trail that you see. Thanks for all your hard work, guys.
You're welcome.
It's a beautiful trail.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. What a day, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Have a great one.
You too.
There's Mount Lady Washington, this, and there's Longs Peak, Mount Meeker. I'm approaching Chasm Junction. Chasm Junction has a restroom, some signs that tell you where each destination is, a hitch rack for horses or llamas, and it's the junction of several trails. Hi!
We have seen you on YouTube.
You have?
Yeah.
You've seen me on YouTube?
Yeah, you have claimed Longs Peak like 150 times or something.
Yes, 200 and I don't know, this might be my 265th.
265.
Yeah.
Wow,
Would you-
congrats.
Turned around halfway through the trail.
You did?
Yeah,
It's hard.
I was very scared of going down.
Yeah, it's demoralizing in the trough. It can be really challenging, but good job getting up there.
Yeah, next time we'll do the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, it's nice to
Great,
meet you
nice
guys.
to meet
You guys have a safe trip down, okay?
Thanks.
Take
Safe
care.
trip- Safe trip up.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
You can see where the trail to Chasm Lake goes. You can see where the trail to the Couloir route skirts the base of Mount Lady Washington there. Yeah, and the privy or bathroom is right over there. Yeah, you want to go see it? Let's go check it out. Lots of people at Chasm Junction today. Hi.
How's it going?
Great, how are you?
Good.
Fantastic. Just enjoying this fine weather on Labor Day weekend. Man, it doesn't really get any better than this. Haven't seen any more hail, even up higher, I think because we're so exposed to the sun here and so it's all melted. But we'll see about when we get up on the upper mountain. Let's go check out this privy. There are several of these privies up on Longs Peak. There are two in the boulder field. There's this one here at Chasm Junction. It's going to close on us. The wind just did that. Yeah. And then there's one in Chasm Meadows by the Ranger Patrol cabin. But yeah, look at this view, huh? Wow. You can see Peacock Pool, that lake right down there. The diamond on Longs Peak. Yeah, so many amazing views from this bathroom, huh? If you're interested in what the bathroom looks like inside, this says there are no toilet facilities ahead. If needed, take a wig bag, but there aren't ever any here, of course. Yeah, and they don't have toilet paper in these bathrooms, so you gotta bring your own if you want it. But yeah, this is what they look like. What a beautiful day. Looks like some people are using the hitch rack as a hitching post for their packs. Never seen that before. And I'm up here a lot. I don't know if they just are worried about critters getting in there while they're sitting here at Chasm Junction or what's the deal, but yeah. All right, let's hit the trail to Chasm Lake, or toward Chasm Lake. Peacock Pool, Columbine Falls, Chasm Meadows. Beautiful. Here's a closer view. of Columbine Falls and Peacock Pool. So this is where people are hopping across the creek that funnels into Columbine Falls here. Pretty neat. Wow, I know it's Labor Day weekend, but it's still surprising to me how many people are up here. It's a lot. They've recently put these signs up here encouraging people to stay on the trail and not trample the sides, the terrain on the side of the trail in Chasm Meadows, because it's a fragile environment. So yeah, they're trying to help people, you know how to be good stewards of this beautiful place. There's the cascade that comes down from Chasm Lake. Just beautiful. Well, you can see clearly the route to take to go up to Chasm Lake by the path of all those people. Look at them all. Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Morning.
And like I said, there's another bathroom right over there in Chasm Meadows here. So I'm not going up to Chasm Lake today. I'm going up to the Loft, so I'm going this way. But it is a beautiful day to go to Chasm Lake. I just got kind of a late start, so I don't think I have time. Take a look back at Chasm Meadows here in all its beauty. You can see the bathroom there and also the ranger hut. The ranger hut used to be on the left here where all these people are, a little bit to the left of them, but it got taken out in an avalanche. And I think it was, I don't know, was it 2003? I'll have to check my notes when I get home, but yeah, avalanche came barreling down from the loft and took out that structure. So then they put it in a place over there where it's, you know, the avalanche wouldn't have gotten to it there. So from Chasm Meadows, you work your way up between the ship's prow and Mount Meeker to the Loft, which is what I'm doing right now. The wind's getting a little chillier, so I'm gonna put my coat on. Just my raincoat for wind protection. You guys lost? What?
You know the road.
Yeah, I know the route.
That's great. Help me.
I can help you. Yeah, I'm happy to help you.
Wait, this road, right?
Are you guys lost?
Oh, yeah, we all go to the loft.
Okay. Yeah. I guess they're coming over to me because they couldn't get through the way they were going. I'm glad they're not above me anymore. So you guys want to go to the top of the loft?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can show you where it is.
Oh, thank you so much.
where they were trying to go. A lot of people make that mistake. In the winter, there's ice, so you could ice climb it, but you can get up there in the summer. It's not unreasonable, but it's definitely more technical than where we're going. Looks like she's having some trouble though. It's maybe more of an advanced route than she might want to do if she's having trouble with this section. So yeah, there's quite a bit of route finding on this route.
Yeah.
It's difficult route finding, but I can tell you, I can describe to you where it is.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, how are
Good.
you?
Good. Good. Yeah, that's a much more technical way.
I see, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's where we think is more than like class 3.
Yes.
So,
And this is class 3 plus 4 this
okay.
way. So I saw your friend going down.
Oh,
He
you
wasn't
saw
feeling,
him?
he got a headache, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'll just, I'm gonna turn my camera off here and explain it to you.
Yeah, we are right around 4.
You
It's
you
just-
came at 4?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's much more longer than we imagined.
Yeah, for sure. I left the trailhead at 10:15. So, yeah. I'm gonna at least show them how to get onto the ramp. All right, and what I'm gonna show them, and what I'll show you as well, is the entry onto this grassy ramp or grassy ledge. So these are my new friends coming up onto the grassy ledge. A little bit wet today because of all the moisture that's fallen in the last couple of days. Yeah, so this ramp cuts all the way across until you need to be discerning and say, where do I need to go back? And then it cuts back and gets to the top of the, not to the top of the loft, but to the loft. And then you have to go up a boulder field a little bit to the top of the loft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have GPS. It's just this place is.
This section's a little bit hard to figure out because there's so many options.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have the GPS, it should be able to show you
Yeah, I think
how to
that
take this
one
ramp.
is, yeah, on the map,
Okay?
yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Will you guys be safe?
Thank
And
you.
have a good
Yeah.
good day.
You too.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
He said they've got GPS, so they should do okay. They're just taking their time. It's a beautiful ledge. I call it the grassy ledge because of all this grass. And it does provide relatively easy passage through these rock bands. There's this little scrambling section you have to negotiate. Okay, came through that little section where I had to climb through, come along this ledge here. Just up to those rocks right ahead of me, and then cut across this grassy ledge back to the right. And up to the loft. Make sense? Awesome. It's not that hard, it's just you have to be paying attention to find the path of least resistance through here. But if I could find it the first time, you can find it. You just have to try. And don't get into anything harder than 3rd or 4th class. You know, if you do, you've gone the wrong way. Like those folks were about to. This little edge is grassy too, you wanna see? Mossy. So beautiful. All right, I'm gonna show you again. Came from right down there, across this ledge, to there, and then on this ledge. Yeah. All right, once you get up off that ledge system, see that boulder with the cairn on it, then you have to come up this boulder field to reach the loft, which is that saddle right there. So it's easy walking, but it's still uphill. Yeah, let's do it. I made sure those people were able to find their way through before I left. All right, I'm on the top of the loft, this broad saddle between Longs Peak and Mount Meeker. So there's Longs Peak, and that tower is Zoomies thumb. Looking down at the ship's prow, the upper part of the ship's prow there. Yeah, over here is Mount Meeker. Not very far from here. A lot of times I just scoot up there. It takes about 20 minutes from here to get to the west summit or the true summit of Mount Meeker. But I'm in a little bit of a hurry today because I got such a late start and I got to be back for something, and I want to show you this other route. So we're going to keep going toward Longs. Interspersed between all the granite that make up this portion of the mountains are those rose quartz blocks. Beautiful. There's some just kind of dotted along the landscape here. I think I see some more coming up right here. Let's go check it out. It's cool. So much granite and then quartz. Nice. We're heading over to that shoulder there so we can follow the Clark's Arrows route, which descends from the loft into Keplinger's Couloir. Descends and ascends. It kind of goes up and down. But we have to lose a little bit of elevation from the height of the loft to take this route. That's the way we're going today. And then we'll be, instead of going over to the Homestretch, we'll be taking the Skyscraper Route. So yeah, that's our plan. Let's do it. Once we get to this side of the loft, you're now looking down into Wild Basin. Just gorgeous. And we are going over to the shoulder to pop through it to the other side for the route we want to take. I don't know if you can see them, but there's some folks down there taking a much lower route over here. You can do that too, but I prefer this way. Don't have to lose as much elevation. So yeah, you can just pop right through the ridge here. We do have to descend some more. So here's where I popped through the ridge. And once you do that, those guys are coming back up. They lost a lot of elevation. Once you do that, you're looking for this cut through on the Clark's Arrow route. So there's this cairn here that I really like. I don't always approve of cairns where people put them, but this one's very useful for knowing where the slot is to get through to the Clark's Arrow route, which is kind of important. So from this cairn, you can see these rocks right here. You just drop right down. There's the cairn. And then you come just right over here. I'm going to show you how to get through. Just right down through here. And down in here, a little farther along this route is where the Class 4 section is, which is the crux of the Clark's Arrow route via the loft. Again, we have to descend a little bit here. So there's some gain and some descent along this route. So there's that little tricky section. I'd give that Class 4. And that's one of the two Class 4 sections on this little descent as you're going up the mountain or descent as you're going down the mountain. No, wait. Descent as you're going up the mountain, and ascent as you're going up the mountain for just this little section. You just have to gain and lose some elevation. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And this is the little section that is definitely class 4. So just be careful. It's pretty easy, but you just have to be careful not to fall off of it. And also don't drop your camera off of it. Great handholds here. All right, once you get down from that little technical crux a little ways, you're looking into Keplinger's Couloir, these gullies that go up here. Keplinger is the biggest one. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you how we're gonna go and find Clark's Arrow itself, which is the arrow in a circle that was painted on the rock by John Clark decades ago to show you how to get through here. Again, more descending, but not for long. We're about to go up again. All right, here it is. Here's the cut through this little rock section here, and if you look, you should be able to see the arrow. And there's the arrow. Do you see it? This boulder is west facing, so you have to turn around to see it when you're coming down that little section we came down. You can see it from when you're coming down off the summit of Longs from this direction, because it's west facing. I don't know if you can see it above me here. I'm pointing to it. See it? You can see the rest of the route here, across here, down just a touch, up into that gully, above these slabs. See these slabs? You cut across above them to go over to the Homestretch. I'm not doing that today. I'm going up a crack that goes up into there called Skyscraper, which you'll see here in a minute. No, maybe not in a minute, but in a little while. Yeah. But you can actually see the Homestretch, and I can see people on them, but I doubt the video is picking that up. Yeah, these are the Palisades, and that's what we had to skirt around and descend to skirt around to be able to come over in here into Keplinger's Couloir, which is this gully right down here, and goes all the way up to the notch, which we can't see because this part of the Palisades obscuring it right now, but I'll show it to you in a little bit. All right, the weather's holding, and you can see my path coming from Clark's Arrow, looking up into the notch via Keplinger's Couloir. This is the path where you skirt above those rock slabs I showed you earlier. These are the rock slabs, they're quite steep. To go over toward the Homestretch, and also for the route we're going to take. Let's do it. Sun feels nice. So you can see some snow that fell over the last 2 nights over there on those ledges. But the sun that has come out today has dried everything up really nicely on the route we're on, which is going right up here. This is the same as the finishing for Clark's Arrow to go over to the Homestretch. It's just this little ledge system that goes over, that's above those rock slabs. Pretty easy. I'm looking for our route called Skyscraper. And there it is. You want to see? So you see that prominent rock on the ridge up there on the right hand side of the gully? The gully to the left of it is Skyscraper. So easy 5th class. Yeah, let's go in there. Check it out. It looks dry on this lower portion, and then I can see some water up higher in the chimney. But I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be ice because this is south facing. So let's do it. Looking up the route, the upper portion of it. Yeah, looks fun, huh? Looking down what I came up. It's so cool in here. So like I told you, this route is 5th class, easy 5th class, but it does have a lot of these really amazing ledges just to hang out on. So there's a lot of good rests. So even though there are sections of 5th class climbing, there's a lot of really good places to rest. So it's not a very sustained route, but it is beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, let's keep going. This little chimney here, I'm going to show you, I think is the crux of this. You have to kind of wedge yourself up into here and get up there. So, yeah, I think these are the single hardest moves in this little chimney system. So let's check it out. I was wrong about that. That's not the hardest part. I think there's another chimney up higher that's a little harder. That was actually pretty easy. I'm having so much fun here. Hope you are having fun watching it. It's so cool. Not too much farther before I'm on the southeast ridge. Yay. All right, I'm cresting up out of the chimney and onto the southeast ridge, and I'll take that to the summit. Now I'm just scrambling up these slabs onto the southeast ridge. So now I'm on the southeast ridge proper. You can see the rocks that form the notch. That's a big notch right there. And that's the notch Couloir going down there. And that's Keplinger's Couloir going down there. Beautiful. I'm not too far from the summit now. You can see the loft and how amazing that is and what a big expanse of terrain it is. You can see Chasm Lake and Peacock Pool down there. Yeah, awesome. And we're still going up this ridge. Wow, it's so impressive up here. You can see down off the east face. Pretty cool, huh? Going up there. Wow. Doesn't matter how many times I'm up here, I'm just so stunned by the beauty of it all. You can see Longs Peak now. Let's see if you can see it behind me. The summit. Yeah. Yeah. Looking over the edge down to Chasm Lake, Mount Lady Washington there, and the summit. I don't see anybody up there right now, but let's go check it out. Ooh, check this out. There's some ice. Look at that ice in that puddle. Isn't that cool? So awesome. Can you see Chasm Lake below me? Isn't that awesome? Wow. I'm about 5 steps from the summit, but this is magnificent. Check it out. Look at that. That's just so cool. Well, like I said, I'm about 5 steps from the summit. Let's go take those steps and get on up there. It's a lot harder to climb this kind of stuff without a hand because I'm using the camera. Just want to set it down, but I also don't want to drop it off the cliff, so. And just like that, we're on the summit. Woohoo! What a day. Wow. It's late enough in the day, there's nobody up here. Just me and you. I always get a picture of myself with this sign so I can keep track of my number of summits. Check out those views of Wild Basin. Nice. There's Sand Beach Lake. This place is so magnificent. I'm approaching the summit boulder. And this is it. This is the summit boulder. You can see the marker, a marker right there. And I'm sitting on top of the summit boulder, looking at Mount Meeker, looking at the vast summit of Longs Peak. Yeah, Another beautiful ascent of my favorite mountain. I like that route, Skyscraper Route. It is just super fun. Just got really fun climbing on it. I think you'll like it. But if you're not a technical rock climber and you're not comfortable soloing that terrain, please bring a rope and a partner. You can even hire a guide and enjoy it safely. I just want everybody to be safe. I definitely don't want these videos out there causing people to get in over their heads or climb things without a rope that they shouldn't be climbing. I'm worried about that because I care. I really do. I care. So be safe out there. Make sure you take all the safety precautions you need to be safe on these scrambling routes or these easy 5th class routes, which are actually climbing routes. I use them as scrambling routes and lots of other people do too, but I've also had a lot of years of experience rock climbing. So I feel really confident and comfortable doing it. And the first time I ever climbed any of these routes, I did it with a rope. So this is not my first rodeo up here, as you know. I think this is my 265th time, but I forgot again to look at my log that I keep, and those numbers just don't stick in my head very well when I'm out here. So I'll have to look at it and I'll put it on the screen so you know. This is, I think, the last day of August. Yeah, so September's coming. There's lots of puddles here on the summit. You want to see them? Come check them out. From all the rain we've had. Yeah, so the season is definitely changing. Here's another USGS marker on the summit. For those of you who are interested in how I'm going to get off this mountain today, I'm going to go down the Clark's Arrow route. So basically the same way I came up, except for not down the Skyscraper route, which is a variation on the upper south face there. I'm going to go down the Homestretch and then over to the Clark's Arrow route and then down the Loft. So that's my plan. Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. And thanks for tuning in. The last few times I've been up here on Longs Peak, I've seen several people who have recognized me from the channel. So that's pretty exciting. So it sounds like the channel's getting some traffic and people are really enjoying the Longs Peak videos. And I really enjoy making them. So keep coming with me. And check out my winter ones. My winter videos of Longs Peak. They're pretty interesting too. So check it out. And again, thank you so much for joining me and we'll see you next time for the next adventure. Bye guys.